What's happening, YouTube? It is your boy CB. We are back for another huddle watch along with a recruit. And you see the smile on my face because on today's episode, we have one of the baddest receivers in the 2025 class. I'm talking about a playmaker's playmaker, 3-star receiver from Gulliver Prep. But when I tell you that 3-star, don't tell you the full story. 50-50 balls are not 50-50 balls for this young man. Absolutely electric after the catch, the stickiest of hands, and plays on one of the most dominant 7-on-7 teams you will find. I call it a like Avengers assembled team that don't make sense on paper, but you don't want to hear me tell it. You want to hear it from the playmaker himself. And again, one of the baddest in the 2025 class, Kenny Williams. What's happening, bro?
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. One of some of my favorite film, and we will obviously get into it. But before we get into the film, a couple of things we talked about beforehand. I got to ask you about. You play on one of the best 7-on-7 teams in the country, and that's not hyperbole. I ain't saying that because you on here. When you hear Raw, people know what's up. They know, oh, that's Raw. If you play for Raw, they know, ooh, like he definitely cold because he played for Raw. What is it like being on that team? Just dogs at every position, but especially receiver. Y'all are stacked. If you're trying to recruit an elite receiver, really you could just go to a raw practice and you're gonna find one. What is it like being on that squad?
Man, I definitely say it was a great experience, on and off the field. First off, from learning from Coach Shu. Uh, he a great receiver coach, from the little bit of time I spent with him, learning the game from him. It was great. I feel like he a representation of all us because, he bring the energy and he did it in his playing days, so that was big. But for the receivers, I don't even know what to say because sometimes I'll be out there watching, I'll be out there watching Wayne or watching KJ, watching they just making one-handed catches, and it's crazy, but that's what we do down here in South Florida, and it's like rinse and repeat. Whoever you see in, that's who you see gonna make a play, and it was never like no gray area or nothing. Whoever was in, saying is like you can't tell the difference because everybody making plays, and that's basically a representation of what we do down here in South Florida. We got a lot of playmakers, a lot of speed, and great receivers down here, definitely.
It don't make sense. So what is it? Let us know what it's like. Y'all break the huddle at Raw, right? You break the huddle. It's you, KJ, Nashon. It's four of it's a combination of four receivers that nobody want to see. But when you break that huddle, what do you think goes through the minds of DBs that got to see y'all? Like, because we know South Florida is receivers and DBs, right? It's skill positions elite no matter where you go, but you can't cover all these dudes. So when y'all break that huddle, what as a receiver, and all receivers got a little bit of selfishness, right? We all want the rock.
Definitely.
But when you play on a squad like that, do you basically know like, hey, whoever they decide to one-on-one is about to tear this defense up? Do you just know like I just pray they give me one-on-one because whoever they don't double is going to tear them to absolute shreds. But so that has to be just that competitive mindset at Raw. Like you said, no matter who is in, it's an elite rep, which means when the ball come your way, you got to make that play because you know if I don't, the dude right behind me coming or the dude right next to me, he gonna snag it if I don't. So you got to make the most out of your opportunities. Do you feel like that helps you just as a competitor in general?
Definitely, it'll be some games we'll go out there, I get one target, but everybody else making plays, so it's like I can't really even say nothing. And then the next game it'll be I get 3 touchdowns or 2 touchdowns. So really, you just got to take advantage of your opportunity because we had great quarterbacks also. So when you get your one-on-one opportunity, you're gonna have to take advantage. And one thing about it, we gonna have somebody going deep. So if it ain't no at the top, it's time to. And then we got the cameras out, we got the celebrations going, and the energy always gonna be on 100. So when them deep balls go up, we coming down with them every time.
Every time. It's really not fair. I be watching y'all, and I we were talking. I was talking to Steve O. I asked Steve O, I was like, "Hey man, what? How you even put together personnel for Raw? Right? Like who do you decide to put out there?" It's literally like going to a dealership with a blank check and they got a Porsche, a Ferrari, a Maserati.
Yes,
It's
sir.
it's not what do I want to go fast in. It's just close my eyes and decide. So y'all's quarterbacks is probably like, I don't care who out there. If it's a go ball, I know I can put that thing up because
Not a throw.
it don't matter who it is. Somebody mossing somebody, dog. it's,
Uh,
it's but that I love that level of competitiveness that's in South Florida. Like you said it, no matter where it is, no matter who we playing, that competitiveness in y'all's own room. Forget who we going against. Y'all got that competitiveness that it's like, all right, this might be my game. I might get 5 targets. I got to make the most out of these 5 because everybody else dogs. So if I don't make the most out of these 5, somebody else will. I love that mentality y'all have at Raw is next level. That competitive nature because no matter where you go after that, competing won't mean nothing to you. You used to competing, and this is 7-on-7. So you walk into another locker room, whether that's your high school or next year. If they tell you, Kenny, you're gonna have to earn your reps here, you thinking, I've been doing that my whole life. That ain't
no life.
this ain't what you telling me other than what I know. Like I came here to earn my spot. Like I love that you put yourself in competitive situations. It's easy for you to go, I ain't gonna play for Raw. Let me go somewhere else where I can be the one. But I love that you like, nah, like I'm a dog too. Let me get out there. I love that competitiveness. Y'all built a little different in South Florida at receiver, bro.
No,
Y'all just built a little
no,
different.
for sure. And then another thing I'll say is like at Raw, I ain't noticed when I was going to play for Raw, but it's like I learned a lot just sitting and watching and being a student of the game and just observing. And I ain't notice it when I was actually doing it, but now not playing the tackle, I definitely noticed it and I learned a lot, just making me a better receiver from just
Speak to
off that
that.
just watching.
For the younger receivers, you got younger receivers at Gulliver looking up to you. You got young receivers at Raw looking up to you like I'm finna moss people like Kenny do. Speak to how important 7-on-7 is for polishing yourself as a receiver. Obviously, it ain't the end all be all because somebody gonna be in the comments, yeah, but it's 7-on-7. Yeah, but for a receiver, it's different because there are different ways you can polish your game in 7-on-7 that get you ready for when it's 11-on-11 full tackle football. Speak to how being at Raw has helped you develop as a receiver.
First thing I'll say is, you know, one on one. When it's one on one coverage and is basically you versus him, dog on dog. You got to go out there and make a play. And I
Yes, sir.
remember times where I was at Raw and I was in, and there's times where I could relate to it. Now when I'm playing in tackle football, was like you got to go out there and make a play. And then, like I said previously, you out there around a lot of other dogs and a lot of other people that got great technique at the receiver spot. So that's just another way you could learn. And then, like I said, we got probably the best. Not probably, we definitely got the best receiver coach with Tommy Schuler. So it's just you just got to be a student of the game and pick up all the knowledge you can and be a sponge.
You love that because with somebody with your natural skill set, you could have easily for the past couple of years just been like, I don't got to put in no extra work because you're gonna show up raw.
Yeah,
That's who you are. But that ability to go, hey, but there's another level. Like I step out cold. I walk out cold. But there's another level I can get. Like if I just
yeah.
put in a little bit of extra work, like I can be like cold, cold, cold. I love that. It's something about y'all receivers in South Florida, bro. It's like y'all never satisfied. It don't matter. It don't matter. Bro got 30 catches, 400 yards, and 4 TDs halfway through the season. Guarantee you he not satisfied. It's something different
I still
about
I
see,
still
it's
oh.
he. I guarantee you, he know everyone he almost got. It's something different about y'all South Florida receivers where y'all got that next up mentality. That all right, so 4 catches for a buck 16 and 2 touchdowns. Man, it should have been 5 for 136. Like
I
y'all
swear that's
got
how I be.
it's
I swear
different,
that's
bro.
how
Like
I
I don't know
be.
what it is. Like you talk to Kobe, like, yeah, but like that game too. I probably should have had this touchdown. I'm like, hey, bro, that was a 78-yard catch. He like, yeah, but I let him catch me by the shoestring. I was like, Kobe, like, what are you talking about, bro?
I
Like
be.
that competitiveness. I like as someone who was a competitor myself, it's refreshing, especially from someone who is already a dog. Like you already a dog, but you don't rest on that. To that, y'all, if you have not seen my boy's tape, I need y'all to understand. When I say The body control and the adjustment, bro, is probably my favorite part of your game. That and off the line, raw speed. But his ability to adjust, that's what I'm talking about. This here, your quarterbacks, I know love you because your catch radius is insane. He know he don't have to be perfect. Obviously, he wants to
Mhm.
be perfect, but he also knows six out there somewhere. Let me put this thing in the area, and he gonna come down with it on a play like this. How much do you enjoy man coverage again? Like we talked about, you come to the line and he got the courage and his coach got the misplaced courage in him to put him man one on one with you. How
I don't
much
know
do you
what they was
enjoy these
thinking.
matchups?
Uh,
Exactly. You that's so is that what you think when you come to a line like, bro? What you thinking being out here?
I don't know what they was thinking, but this is the first game, so it's like I had to set the tone, and I seen like through film and stuff, but I ain't actually think they was gonna come out there and play me like this. But I ain't really want to waste too much time at the line. Just get vertical and get my head around and see if I can go get the ball, and I just went out there and made a play.
I love that decision off the line too, because obviously we're gonna see it here. Nasty release, boy, foot fire like nobody's business. But why do you have to do all that extra stuff every time, right? If I don't need it, if I can just genuinely beat you off the ball, ain't no need for me to be pretty. I'ma just boom raw speed. But what I like at the top of this route, first of all, is pass interference. No flag, but he's all
All
over your
day.
jersey. He is all over your jersey. But this adjustment, Kenny, that's elite, bro. To be able to stop like that, have that body control, good hands, fighting through the catch because the DB is still fighting through the catch. That's big time. That's big time because everybody can catch a spiral in the middle of their numbers, bro.
Yeah.
My little nephew can do that. He can't do this. There's not a lot of receivers that can wake up and do this. And then we see it again. This ability, bro, to adjust to a football full speed, making this adjust again. Are they gonna call pass interference at all on you? Ever? Like what?
Bro, I
What are
like
they allowed to
four of
do
them.
to you, bro? I don't understand.
I should
But
have
this
had.
ability to switch gears, full speed, adjust while this dude's grabbing your jersey, pick this one up off the turf. That catch radius is elite. Can you speak to how important that is? Having that ability where you know where your quarterback knows if I get it in the area, Kenny got me.
Man, I was established my freshman year. Cause eighth grade I played at a high school program, but I was on JV. So when I came into Gulliver, we had great receivers. But somebody I definitely look up to and I take that part out of their game is CJ Donaldson. He at West Virginia playing running back right now. But when I was in high school, he was one of the baddest receivers down here. And I still remember to this day when we was working out and I was a freshman and he told me like, we don't drop balls out here. Like we out here, we working, we catching every ball, and this when we putting in our work for the real season. And ever since then, I never let no balls just go past me without trying to catch it or not trying to grab it. And that's basically where I got that from. And it was times because I always play with great receivers on my team. It was times I was like in the third quarter, I'm knowing in my head I got two catches, but I don't know if I'm gonna see the ball again. So I just gotta never take none of them targets for granted and
Everyone,
make
every
sure I catch
target.
every one of them.
I love that too, especially when you're younger, because I'm an underclassman, and
Mm-hmm.
not for nothing, I got upperclassmen on team, and they dogs. So
Yes.
my three, I'm guarantee I'm catching all three of these. If you, I don't care what you play like this, put it behind me if you want. I guarantee you I'm gonna go snag that thing because I may not get another one of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my six. This concentration, come on. This DB was ready to call this thing over. Safety made a great play breaking on this ball. Still full speed running, bro. You lost no momentum. Reach back, grab that thing, one hand, lost no momentum. That's that catch radius. That's that when the ball is in the air, this is not 50-50. That's mine. 100%. Every opportunity. I love that ability to just capitalize on every opportunity. So you spoke about some of the receivers that influence you. Are there any in the league currently that you like to watch to model your game after?
I say I can't put a finger on just one player, cause I say I took a lot out of a lot of people games. So I say like definitely out the line in the release. I like Devontae Adams. You know how patient he is, but getting out of breaks, I like Stephon Diggs. So it's like it's
One of the nastiest getting out of his breaks.
I can't really put a finger on one person, but I know I took a lot out of a lot of people game and watching they tape and just trying to put it in my game and make myself a better receiver.
This looked like Stephon Diggs right here. Everything about this. First of all, shout out to y'all offensive coordinator for drawing up this route because this thing is filthy. Because when you first start watching it, you think, okay, this is a crosser. He just trying to get through the traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And then this version of a whip route is I ain't never seen a whip route ran this deep into the drag like this. Like, first of all, the hesitation move off the line, filthy, bless his hips, tore him up. This hesitation move, nasty off the line. Then
Separation.
so I'm watching this and I'm thinking, all right, he getting through the mess. It's gonna be a drag. That speed turn, first of all, that's a DB like speed turn. That's what they teach DBs to do. That's called a speed turn. I ain't seen speed turns on a whip route ever. So this route here is just absolutely nasty. But your ability to be smooth in this turn, bro, that's that digs out of your break. No wasted motion. And then after the catch, more Stephon Diggs, just absolute playmaker after the catch. You got a little bit of that kick returner running back in the open field, that elusiveness. First guy, whoop, gone, and then burners. Your route running, very crisp. Is that something that's always been a part of your game, or something that as you've progressed as a receiver, you've paid more attention to? Because like a route like this, from start to finish, bro, it is elite. Your release off the line, no wasted motion, the hesitation stuck him for a second, and what you said, instant separation. Then the beautiful speed turn, no wasted motion on this route. There wasn't no awkward stop, no awkward pause. You didn't do that thing I hate where receivers just like bobblehead. It was just a beautifully executed route. How important is running routes to you, and how important is that to receivers in general for young guys watching this?
Route running is, in my opinion, the most important part of receiver game. I got it in my Instagram bio. It say triple R, and it stands for real route runner.
Let's
And
go.
creating separation is big. My coach always tell me you got to make yourself look available and open to the quarterback at all times. So, in my head, if it's man, I can't never let a DB feel like they within 2 or 3 yards of me. I always got to create major separation. And once I do that, I got to get the ball in my hands and look for six and go score a touchdown.
That ability after the catch too, I love it. I love that elusiveness. First guy gone, second guy juked out of his socks, but then boom, burners, we gone. I
Yeah,
love not a whole bunch of dancing. Once you see daylight, hey, it's to the crib. Then
yeah.
here, when we talked earlier about that 50-50, that catch radius. So he know how fast you are. Because if he was any far off, he'd be in another zip code. So he already know, all right, six out here. I got to be 10, 15 yards off. Because if he stem me up, I'm done. So he 10 yards off, which makes it harder to run a deep post on, obviously. And you still look at the space closed within that first 5 yards.
That's
All that
big.
momentum, all that extra space he had gone just like that. Foot in the ground. Now, this here is what I love. A lot of times on these posts, it is make him fight through me. That body positioning on a route like this is absolutely everything. If he wanted to make a play on this, he has to go through you. And then we high point again, catch radius. Can he tell his quarterback, put it up there? Just put it in my area, in green grass area, and I got this. That's
Yeah.
textbook. That's absolutely textbook. The only way he can make a play on this is to go through you. And he can't because your quarterback put it up where only you can get it. and you went up there and got it. I love post used to be my favorite route. So when it's executed this beautifully like this, bro, I absolutely love it. What is your favorite route to run if you have one? Because you do a little bit of everything.
Man, you could ask anybody that know me. I promise you. You ask them what Kenny favorite route is, they gonna tell you a deep post. I'm telling you,
It's bro, that deep
deep
post
post.
is beautiful, dog. Cause cause first off, with somebody like your speed, you come off the line running every route the same. So he's thinking bail, first of all. Cause he thinking, oh damn, they done let Kenny run a go. And now he done close my space. So I gotta open my hips and go. Then at the top of your route, you can be as nasty as you want to be. 1 foot in the ground. You can give him a 1-2, fake inside, then outside. But what I love about a post here is the ability to then get flat. Bro, this used to be my favorite route to run. So here you say that, I completely understand it. It also sets everything else up. They want to
Yes.
run a post corner off of this. After this, he biting every time you put that foot in the ground.
Uh,
Every time. So if you want to run, even your sluggo works after this because the second you put that foot in the ground, he's thinking, got to drive on the football. I when you said post, I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. I understand it. So you a receiver has always liked pushing the ball vertical, which is interesting because you on the screen stuff on the hitches on the slants, deadly. Like with the ball in your hands, absolutely deadly. But it's interesting that you still prefer things like a deeper post.
I say to that, I was watching the interview there with Kyle, and I relate to him in that way because it's like I'm from Miami, and I want to go deep and get the crowd rocking. So I definitely want to, and I feel like with my speed and the way I run my routes and set my routes up, I could definitely take the top off. And once I take the top off, it's just opening up so many routes like the comebacks, the deads, the post deads, the 10-yard outs. It's opening up everything and opening up my game. And when I do that, there's no way you're gonna be able to
It's
stop me.
over. At
Yeah.
that point, after this play right here, so they tried to split him with a safety. But all right, PSA to safeties out there: if you playing Kenny, get in your back pedal, bro. Staring in the backfield like this ain't you not about to get back there in time. That's not happening. After a play like this, every time he drives off the line, it's backpedal. Them boys got to open their hips because they learned from play number one, he can take the top off us. It don't matter who we put back here. We got to get in our back pedal. So 10-yard outs, comebacks, digs, all of that after the first quarter, I would imagine to you, you got him on his heels. So everything after that, you just like, oh, he has no idea what's coming at this point because now he's scared. And the safety scared every time you put your foot in the ground because the next time he take a bad angle or stare in the backfield like this, and it was 1 second. In real time, you watch him for just 1 second pause. That was enough. That was more than enough. He ain't getting back in this drop. Again, another post cooked him. And they tried to double you here. They literally tried. They drew it up to have the safety over the top.
It's
Beautiful
crazy.
route.
It's crazy because this year, I won't say like starting like 2-3 games ago, I started getting crazy coverages. I seen a lot of double teams, but I promise you, I seen a triple team. Like I seen a linebacker right in front of me, directly in front of me, a corner like 7 to 8 yards off, and a safety like 18 to 20 yards off, like literally right directly in front of me. So it's crazy that you just said that because that's really what's happening out
That's
there.
because they're gonna have to bracket you because they can't come up and try to protect the underneath stuff. You got burners. That corner that, unless he 4-3 out there. Let's be honest. He ain't gonna be able to keep up with you if he not 5 to 10 yards off. And then if
Yeah.
he 5 to 10 yards off, if you go inside, separation instantly. So they got to keep the linebacker inside just in case. And they got to keep the safety over the top just in case you cook both of them. So what that does though is we just illustrated 3 guys on this defense that have to look for 6. Everybody else eats now because
Yeah.
those 3 have to be keyed on 6. Did you know coming into this year that was going to happen after the big year last year? A lot of explosive plays. Did you know, man, I'm probably going to get doubled coming into this year?
I expected it. Well, I say I expected it, but I promise you, I played with like real receiver Jalen Brown as at LSU right now, CJ Donaldson and Antoine Mays,
Dog.
Marshall, but they couldn't really double team none of them, and I was still on the field. So I'm expecting like they ain't get double teamed, but the reason they didn't because we had so many guys that you couldn't. But so I was expecting like the fact that they didn't get double team. I'm like they won't double team me, but as I because like the first 3 games I had over like 200 yards. So it's like now you watching film as a coach is like you gotta double team me, and I definitely the fact that they started double team me is and we got younger receivers, so and they definitely starting to eat. Like last week we had a young receiver sophomore named Luke Carroll. The kid went out for 180 and 3 touchdowns,
Woo!
and it's like I'm definitely proud to see him get those type of yards and those type of big plays, because I wish I could have got that when I was his age. And the fact that we got a young quarterback, a young freshman quarterback, for him seeing the whole field and for him to see everybody over me is open up his stats too, because he gonna have to spread the ball around and this should be open for everybody.
It's gonna make him a better player too. But
Yes.
what that'll also do, so that young receiver is gonna learn because he will have to learn to understand why he's open. It in his head right now, he think he just cook him. The more he starts to learn this game, he gonna realize, oh, they can't shade to my side. They can't put their best corner on my side or their best safety. When you watch or see a young receiver developing like that, when he get his first buck 86 and 3 TDs, the good thing about him seeing why he's open, he's gonna be you in 2 years.
Yes.
He ain't gonna get that kind of coverage for much longer. So
Yeah.
he gonna have to learn little things. Like you can see your offensive coordinator deciding, okay, you gonna bracket Kenny, we're gonna get him the ball in space now. So if
Mhm.
you gonna put 3 guys, that's bet jailbreak. We find a way to get the ball into your hands. I like that your offensive coordinator is adjusting. He's like, all right, bet. Y'all want to play 10 yards off? You want to put a safety over the top? Jailbreak screen. You're not gonna stop us getting the ball to 6.
Yes.
We gonna get the ball in his hands somehow.
OC, man. Shout out to Coach Fitz.
I like the way he uses you. I like that adjustment going, all right, bet. We know how we want to use Kenny, but if they're going to give us, they're going to shade everybody to his side like that, we got to get him the ball somehow. So to get you the ball in space like this, and this is just, bro, that's want to. That's just, I want it better than everybody else out there. You out here running boys over running back style in the open field. Like, come on. Running through linebackers. That's what we doing out here, Kenny.
Man,
We
it's
running
it's
through 2
crazy.
linebackers.
It's crazy because my little brother actually played for that team, and I'm telling him like
What?
that's why it's crazy. And he played corner too, so it's crazy because he in my L all week, and I'm like, I gotta show him who Big Bro is. Like he can't stand for none of that. Like so, every time I got my chance that game, it went big, and
Did
I
they
seen
have him on you at all?
they had him on me one play. And after that, I don't want to do it to little bro. But after that, he ain't never get in again. Shout out to little bro, man. Never
Hey,
got
but that you got to learn, right? It
it.
don't help him none. You taking it easy on him. We
Yeah,
just talked about how South Florida is for receivers. If you don't do it, somebody else gonna do it. He
somebody
gonna
else.
have to learn his lesson. The same way that I'm guessing your freshman or sophomore year, there was a cornerback that got the best of you, but he
Mhm.
needed to because you needed to understand. Okay, that's a 5-star corner. Bet I know how to do that next time. I
Mhm.
know I this time I was maybe unprepared, but next time I see one of them elite corners, I know how to handle him now. Now your brother gonna go. All right, I know what to do now. I know how to get back in the lab because sometimes too, you need to know that there's a food chain out here. Like you thought Big Bro was just cold because he Big Bro. No, 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 no. Like I'm really like that out here, and I got to prove it to you sometimes. I like that.
It's crazy that you said that because my freshman year, I still remember, man. My freshman year, we played Chaminade, and it was like a big game because that year we were, I think, like mostly everybody on our team that started went D1 that year, so it was a big game, and I was in a slot, and they had I think they had Zaquan. Yeah, Zaquan. This is when he had number 12, and I was just going out there. every play, like going against him, and I seen like I knew I was good and I was a guy, but I seen I still had a little more work to do because he was a dog too. So it's
Yeah.
definitely a food chain in South Florida, for real, for real.
But I love that competitiveness in South Florida though, right? That hey, I could end up having a buck 80 this game, and the next game, man, Saquon Pat, like, come on, bro,
Uh,
like, and then like, so 7-on-7 for y'all crazy because you could walk out there, there's Ellis Robinson out there. Are you like, come on? But
yeah.
that I think that's why y'all have that competitive nature, bro. Because even you walk out there and it's a recruit that maybe rivals missed him, right? He ain't got no stars. That boy probably run a 4.4. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like he probably still cold, bro. Before you got 3 stars, you was still like that. Like it don't matter. Like before the ranking came, you was
Yeah.
still like that. So some DB walked up to you going, "Oh, he ain't nobody," got cooked, and was like,
Who
who
that?
is
Who
him?
that?
Who is
Right.
that? That I love that competitiveness. This here, are they doing a little bit more of this now this year that they started to bracket you, getting you the ball, short, quick throws, letting you work? Again, bro, bless his ankles. Look, so we just we just shattering ankles out here.
Man, I,
That
it's,
comeback nasty, bro. That comeback.
it's crazy. I gotta get more film of the comebacks because I be killing people on the comebacks.
Them these comeback routes you have, it's because of that full speed off the ball. Like we talked about earlier, watch him. Hips are open. Why his hips open? Because Kenny gone. So he thinking, damn, I gotta open my hips. I gotta run with him.
Just
Breakdown.
down right there. 1, 2, 3. Get out the break and 1, 2, 3.
Look at
Yeah.
the separation.
Uh,
We talking 5 to 7 yards of separation out your break. You can't cover that unless you cannot cover that. And what I love about your routes too, once you start breaking down here, you gotta, as a corner, you gotta ask yourself, which way is he going? Is this a slug go? Is this a stop and go? Is he finna break outside? Is he finna break inside? The way you do your breaks until you come out of it, you don't know what's finna happen. And that ability to explode out of your break, that's that Stephon Diggs in your game. That boom, 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 explosion, present myself to my quarterback, all hands. It's another thing I love about your game. All hands, all day. You don't see no cradling, no, it's all hands, and then get upfield.
mm-hmm.
Give him the shoulder. Somebody ain't tell you wasn't 6'5", bro. Because after the catch, nobody ain't tell you ain't 6'5". I like that though. After the catch, shoulder down. Let's go. Let me get one or
I
two
had
more
to be
extra.
on that game, but I talked to CJ a lot, man. And he tell me like you gonna feel it one day, so don't be taking them type of hits. But
that's
I'm like,
that's
man,
true too.
in the moment, I'm like, they gotta feel me right now. It ain't
At
no
least
other
one.
way. Yeah, they
At
gotta
least
feel
one.
me.
This after the catch. That bro, you keep your legs moving like almost like a running back. Like what was their former running back at Little League? What is this competitiveness? That's very much not receiver, bro. Like we get down. You know what I'm saying? We get out of bounds. It's time to celebrate. Like, but not you. When it's time, you seem like you put your head down and you don't mind the contact.
Yeah, nah. I definitely play running back though. That's a big thing down in South Florida. Like you in Little League, it ain't really no it ain't really no passing game. It's really like you gonna play running back. And if you want that ball in your hands, that's where you're gonna have to get it at. But so I definitely play running back. So I feel like it was the best of both worlds because when it's a DB and he don't want it and he ducking it, I could definitely lower that shoulder on you. But at the same time, when it's open space and it's me and you 1-on-1, I could still, shake you out your
Yep.
shoe.
And another thing I love about your game too, that physicalness don't just extend to when he can give a hit. You do the dirty work as a speed receiver. A lot of times, boys don't like going inside the hashes. Like, let's
Yeah,
just keep it a buck. Them drag routes, they don't like them too much. So we're gonna see you in the middle of the field. You know you taking a hit on this. You know when you catch this ball, you taking a hit. Still gonna make the play. He gonna celebrate, but what it really is a first down.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
yeah, he got a big hit. He put that on his huddle. That's great. That's a first down for your squad, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like that ability too, because some receivers like to. All right, man, leave me on the outside, dog. I ain't finna run any of
Uh,
that in the middle, bro. Don't call that drag route. I'm not. I'm not running that. I like that your offensive coordinator knows, like, nah, ain't a route on the route tree. He not trying to run. If we need a 3rd and 3, he gonna go get that 3 yards in the middle of the field. I like that tenacity, bro.
yeah, that I say that come from because this is my first year playing outside. If you look like if anybody look at my previous years of film, I was always in a slot, and you know the way our offense was ran, it ain't really
You had
no
to get
deep shot for the slot. You got to get
it.
it how you live through that middle, and that's what me and CJ was doing. You know, CJ was in a slot, and I was in a slot, so that just really come from me playing in the slot, and you know, just just taking advantage of everything. Even though I'm going across the middle, you know, I ain't dropping this ball, you know, because I need it.
So that ability to play in the slot, bro. Now you out on okay. So everything y'all just saw. Let me tell you why this makes sense now. Y'all see him on the outside. He looked happy. Let me tell you why he looked happy. He got space this year. They
Boy,
had my boy in the slot last year where every time he caught a pass, there was a linebacker safety. They put him on the outside this year. Kenny was out there like, yes,
so
Lord.
far, like
It's just me and you. It's just
for the
me in a
one.
corner. That's it this time. But I like that versatility though, because at the
Mm-hmm.
next level, especially as a freshman, you got a little bit of a leg up on some of the other receivers. No matter where it is, put me. If it's the slot, if it's outside, don't matter where. That offensive coordinator as a freshman can put you out there. You got that versatility. I know how to win matchups in the slot. I know how to do the dirty work. I know when I run this drag route, how to go ahead and get behind the coverage. I know when I need to sit down. You did those years inside. I don't think people understand playing slot receiver is a whole lot of keep your head on the swivel. It's a
Uh,
whole lot of knowing how to get open. Because a lot of them zone coverages, you got to learn how to get open. If this is a drag, I need to learn where I need to sit down. If it's not, I got to keep going. Got to keep my eyes on my quarterback too. Because if he roll out, I need to go with him. That skill set, that ability to get it from the slot and the outside, that's going to get you on the field early and often as a freshman. Because there is not a personnel grouping you don't fit.
yes.
All right, so you just want to run bunches? You can put me on that side in the trips formation. That's cool. I don't got to be 1-on-1. Oh, so we just want somebody to run a fade? That's also me. Like that's me too. I can run the whip route from the slot if you want. I can run the fade if you want. I love that. The reason I paused this, bro, this is another one. Speed out. Look at the separation after you drop your hips. He not in frame.
Even
The
in the
corner,
street,
yeah, the corner. Brody over here somewhere. Bro is about 10 yards yonder. Sideline catch, 2 feet. Don't even worry about the high school where we're gonna get 2 feet in.
mm-hmm.
Again, great catch radius, ball a little high, no problem. That versatility, that ability to be that smooth, bro. I don't care what 24/7. Hey, we need that fourth one. Like that needs to that
Right,
we stop the come on now. We need that. That
right.
that route running, bro, that Chris route running, that catch radius. You got a catch radius of like a 6'5" receiver. Like we saw high, we saw low, we saw full speed tip pass, reach back and grab it with one. That adjustment that you make, quarterback's best friend. So I know whether it's 7-on-7 or at Gulliver, I know your quarterback just he be in practice like tight spiral for what? I'm finna put this in an area. I'm putting this thing in an area, and 6 is gonna come down with it. Now
Definitely.
let's switch gears a little bit before I let you go. I gotta ask you about this because high priority target recruit for everyone that's on your offer list, and you've been busy lately, taking a few visits. One that you took in August, some of the look, shout out to they staff, some of the coldest recruiting pictures I've ever seen in my life. West Virginia, what was that? What was that visit like? They got a history of really great receiver play. I know some of my listeners and me, we old enough to remember Stedman Bailey. Tavon Austin and that offense with Geno. They and that style of play, they are known for spreading the football, having prolific receivers. What was that visit like? And what were your impressions of West Virginia while you were down there?
Oh man, that visit was great, man. It was great, but it had a different feeling on me because it was my first one. So
That's so dope.
yeah, that was, and then the Tavon Austin, basically everybody in Florida grew up on that one because he making people miss. He doing what we want to do. So that was big. And then all the love they showed up. That was great. The receiver coach, he from where I'm from. He from down south Miami. So he know about everything I know about it. He know
He
he know the competition down here and the speed we play with. And all in all, that visit was great. I got to talk to the head coach, offensive coordinator, all them guys, and my guys, man, my guys, CJ Donaldson and Trey. I keep missing CJ Donaldson. He played a big part in where I'm at now. When he was down here, and so I still even talked to him when he up there. One after one game, I called him. I was like, CJ, man, you used to get the ball 10 times a game down here. How you always stay healthy? Because I had got a little banged up. He was just telling me, you gotta stay in the training room, you gotta hydrate, you gotta stretch and all that type of stuff. So he just playing that big brother role and a mentor role to me.
I love that though. I love that though because to get to the next level, you do need a bit of a blueprint, right? Like because there is no one blueprint, but there is like, hey, give me a little cheat code though. Like, how did you like, bro? You was out here catching 20 balls a game. I ain't never seen you miss a game. Like, tell bro how you did. Like, how'd you do that? But I like that you got that resource. I like that not that you have not just that you have it, you have the maturity to use it.
Hmm.
Everybody don't take coaching. They don't take advice. I love that ability from you to go, all right, let me talk to somebody who did like he did exactly what I'm doing. He was the star receiver for Gulliver. Like I'm in his footsteps.
For
I
sure.
like that you can after a game, you, you don't get too wrapped up in your statistics to go, hey, I can still improve. I know I balled out. Hey, but how do I sustain this? You sustain this. Teach me how to sustain this. I think sometimes players forget that yes, it is your journey. And look, you gonna become a star because of you. But there are players and coaches along the way that help you in that journey. That they're all a part, whether that's a receiver coach. You lit up earlier talking about your receiver coach at Raw, about your offensive coordinator at Gulliver. It's all these little guys that play a part in your journey. CJ had them too. He had a mentor that played a part in his journey, his receiver coach. It, you have the same, but I love that you like using them. Everybody don't they know the advice is there, but they don't always either have the pride to ask or the pride to actually take the advice. So
Hmm.
I love that you like, okay, just because I'm balling don't mean I can't be better or more efficient. Because you also know as the star Gulliver, like, hey, the offense is gonna go how I go. If I'm not available from a squad, that sets the team back a bit. So I love that mental to go, okay, the game is about more than just catches. I need to stay healthy. The best ability is availability.
Yeah, that's
Love
that's what
that.
you told me right there. The best ability is
It,
availability.
bro, my coach used to preach that all the time where you can be a 5-star recruit all you want. If you sit next to me on the bench, I can't use you. It don't matter. It
Yeah,
don't matter if you run a 4-2. If you next to me in a hoodie, I can't dial up no plays for you. Like that's somebody else out there. So I love that mindset that you have, bro, that not just I can always get better, but how did the ones before me do it? Like somebody else did this. Now he don't got my exact skill set,
yeah.
but he played in this same jersey. Like, so how did he do it? Let me take a little bit. I'm not gonna take his whole game. Let me take a little bit. All right. So he did a little bit of extra training. Let me do that. He did that don't work for me, but what this other thing he did worked for me. I like that you have that ability, bro, that football IQ to know that the game is bigger than just what you do on the field. Like, so another thing I like to ask, what's your why? Because you got that competitiveness, bro, that it oozes out of you. Like we start talking about routes, we start talking about DBs, and you light up. What's that why? If you had to pinpoint what's the why that drives you as a person and an athlete, what is it?
Really, I just want to be the best. It's a lot of greats now. I pay respect to a lot of people, but you know, my journey and where I'm going to, I just want to be the best. And I can't really say recognized as the best to other people because you know everybody gonna have their own opinion. But I
Yep.
want to feel at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I gave it my all, and you know I could put my game up against anybody's. And I basically say it's other stuff, you know, like I want to definitely change my life for my family and stuff like that. But from a football aspect and personally, I say that's my why. You know, I want to be the best.
I love that. My grandma used to have a saying, bro. She used to say the world needs ditch diggers too. So no matter what you do, you be the best at it. If it's blocking, be the best blocking receiver they have ever seen in their life.
Yeah,
If it's man, he nasty out of his breaks. Now I'm the best out of my breaks. Don't I'm I'm the best out of my breaks. Oh, but he don't run a 4.2. That's fine. I get the best separation you've ever seen. Like
yeah.
whatever I do, I'm the best at. So no matter what it is, I like that your drive is, bro. My drive is compete. Like my drive is
Mhm.
to be the best, no matter what I do. Especially from a receiver standpoint, because when the ball's in the air, what's your receiver coach tell you? Compete. I love that ability where you every time you put your helmet on, a six gonna give you 110, regardless. I don't care if it's blocking. Like you said, you had to be a decoy for your boy all game long, and you accepted that was a decoy. You came on here bragging about his game like it was yours because you took so much pride in seeing one of your youngins go off like that. I like that. Hey, well, if I'm gonna be the decoy, I'm gonna be the best decoy he ever seen. Boy
That's
had three
decoy.
TDs, a buck 80, dog.
And then when he do it, you know, I'm right in the end zone, like, hey,
I
we go
love that.
like,
I
you know,
love that because he
it's
gonna have to do it one day.
mm-hmm.
He one day he gonna get to the line and go, "That's a safety, a linebacker." Oh, that's what Kenny used to talk about. This boy's
I,
got three people on me.
I say that's another reason one of my whys too, cause you know I got a lot of young people outside of my school that look up to me, but I say I got a lot of people inside my building, inside my circle that look up to me, and you know I know I gotta set the tone, cause like I said many times, I was that guy looking up the CJ, I was that guy looking up the Jalen, and some games I'm coming in as a freshman like. I'm kind of waiting on them to set the tone, but when they set the tone, I know I'm coming hard right behind them. Like, okay, now it's my turn, and I knew that was a big reason why if I get these two balls, okay, one of them gonna go for a
Yep.
touchdown. And I ain't gonna drop none of them. So that's another reason one of my whys I want to be a great leader to my team, and you know, a great asset and resource to my younger guys looking up to me for sure.
You may not even realize it, or you may have. There's a young receiver on your roster right now. They probably don't talk to you about it, but you know they talk to themselves like, "Hey, I'm getting six when he go." I hope he'll know that. Like, I know you know that conversation is happening. You
Yeah.
know it is. You know them boys in the locker room like, hey, he wear the cleats with the. All right, we gonna get those because we gonna because they want to emulate just the same way you did for CJ. They doing the same for you. Them boys after practice going Kenny when they moss somebody. They going they not wearing it not because they can't wear six, but when they create themselves in Madden, they wearing six because their example is you. They see you working. He don't miss class. He practice hard. He work after practice. Coach don't got to ask him to lift more. Coach don't got to ask him to do another rep. They have to follow that blueprint because they see, hey, damn, Kenny, another D1 offer. How I get it? The only way you gonna get it is to do what Kenny did. You took
Example.
CJ's standard and tried to up it. They got to do the same thing. So they looking at you. When this drop, they watching it like I'm gonna be
Yeah,
on with
that's
him.
me
Like
right there.
after
You
he,
talking about like
you know
I
it.
know.
You know it. You know they watching it like, ooh, after my sophomore year, I wonder if he gonna do it with me too. They watching every rep you do, and you know as second you gone, it's gonna be a madhouse for that six. The receiver's gonna run. All right, if you get six, I'm gonna wear 16 because I ain't get to wear six. I'm gonna put the one because you know how that is when you're younger. You
Yeah,
want to
I,
emulate that guy.
I've
So
been
they
through
see
that.
you and you know they doing it. So, bro, keep that mindset. Keep doing what you doing. The sky is a limit for you. It don't matter. I don't care what rivals 24/7 on three say them cornerbacks can't look. The DBs know. All right. Like the DBs know.
That's all that matter. You know, they could keep me
The
wherever they at. They don't know, but them DBs know for
them
sure.
DBs know. They
Yeah.
know for sure. And you can already tell the buzz. I follow you. I see it. The buzz from other coaches, the college, they're starting to notice too.
Mhm.
Because don't get it twisted. They see you getting doubled and not having the production, but what they see is you getting doubled.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, they done tripled it. All right,
It's a
let me
reason for that. It's
yeah,
a
let
reason.
me find out why. Let me go to that sophomore tape and find out why they tripling my boy. So don't you get frustrated with none of it. At the end of the day, you gonna have your day. No matter what that coach draw up on the other side, your OC know how to use you, and that defense eventually gonna have to see you.
Yeah.
Cause little bro gonna go off, so eventually they gonna have to put something over there
Hmm.
and they gonna have to see you. So look, you gonna get yours. Don't worry about it. And to that, so this was only his half season tape, by the way. So y'all watching this thinking, damn, he killed it this year. That's not the full season. That's mid season, y'all.
There's
So
more
when
to
this
come,
season
man. There's more
over,
to come.
when you get the full season, we coming back on here and we
Mhm.
gonna watch the full season tape and we running it back because ain't no way I'm missing the rest of this.
For sure. We gotta do it. We gotta do it.
We got to tell them where they can follow you on Instagram and Twitter, y'all. I retweet everything he posts, and I'm gonna keep on doing it. Y'all, trust me, you're gonna want to follow him, especially because, like I said, we running it back at the end of the year. So tell them where they can follow you, so they can keep up with you for the rest of the year.
All social sites, all my social media at underscore rock out six. Y'all can follow me there, man.
Instagram, Twitter, right now. I'm linking those in the description. Click those. Go follow bro now. I don't want to hear y'all in 5 months going, hey, that receiver that just committed so and so. Who is he? It's him. Go follow him now. Don't wait till the boy moss your school and then ask me who he is. Go follow him now. Bro, thank you for coming on. I cannot wait to see you ball out for the rest of the year. And we gonna run it back. Shout out to Gulliver. Shout out to your offensive coordinator, everybody out there. That Raw 7-on-7 team, too, absolutely ridiculous. Shout out to Steve O.
Yeah.
But
Shout out to them.
literally one of my shout out, bro, whole squad, ridiculous. One of my favorite young men in this class, regardless of position. I think I speak for everybody watching this when I say we cannot wait to see what the rest of this season looks like. It's been a movie already, so we can't wait to see the rest of it. You know I'm pulling up. So whenever that time comes, we running it back. But I had to extend the thank you. Thank you for coming on. One of my favorites to watch in this class. So y'all didn't see his sophomore tape here. If you go watch the evaluation I put out for him, it's got his sophomore link. So I'm gonna link his huddle down here so you can watch that. The boy bad. I ain't no other way for me to say it. The boy bad. Keep up with him, and he puts the week to week too. As he plays and as he has the big plays, he puts them on his huddle. So I'm linking that in the description so you guys can go click that. Keep up with him all year long. Trust me, this is one you're gonna want to keep up with.
Thank you for having me too. I just want to appreciate you for having me, taking time out today for letting me do this, man. Definitely
Hey,
appreciate
no problem at all. I appreciate you, bro. We as student athletes, you got school, you got
it.
practice, you got the
Major.
other work, you got other work you got to put in because it ain't just the work that when the coaches tell you to work, you working on your own too. So I appreciate you giving me your time. I cannot wait to see the rest of this season, bro. Hey, tell your quarterback I say personally, I don't care if they triple you, bro. Put that thing up there. Like,
Hey,
let's go, bro. No matter what, put that thing up there.
shout out QB1, man. Love that little
Hey,
kid.
get before we go, give him a shout out.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my quarterback. He a freshman, you know. I don't even think he 5 months in, but that was big for me to just make it comfortable for him. You know, like sit
That's
there somewhere.
crazy.
He got it, and he having a great season right now. You know, I definitely give a big shout out to that guy. And I ain't gonna lie, he gonna be at the top of his class for sure in his football stuff in South Florida. You know, he gonna be a big name. But yeah, shout out to my quarterback, man, Brandon Berry.
Hey, shout out Brendan Berry, bro. You got you a real one at receiver. Keep using them. And you know you can tap into that knowledge. I love that ability from you to go, hey, I got a freshman quarterback. I'm finna make this boy known. Like,
Yeah,
y'all, I'm finna put
yeah.
him on the map. I love that. Keep that competitive nature. I cannot wait to see Gulliver the rest of the year. If they stream any of the y'all games, shoot me the link and I'll tweet them out too.
All right, I got you.
Thank you, Brody. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Like, share, and subscribe. Go follow Kenny now. Click off the video. Go follow him right now. If his followers don't go up, I'm dealing with everyone in the comments. We out.